if you can hear me or not, but quite spontaneously I decided to broadcast myself playing a tournament on lichess.org once again. It's a Blitz tournament. This time it's finally regular Blitz chess, and the time control is 3+0. The reason I decided to do it is not necessarily because of the challenge, but mainly because of having no rating on the website, and it would be an interesting way to get a few games without waiting for an opponent for too long and have a starting rating. So we have the Nimzo Indian on the board. We're following one of the main lines today from one of the most fashionable lines, knight g2 in the e3 variation. And I did it so rapidly so that I didn't have time to adjust the chat. I'll do it between the games. So I'm not sure what is going on. Somehow I managed to do the screen capture on time. I'm really curious if I'm shown on lichess as someone who's broadcasting at the moment. I guess knight c6 would have been a better move, but I didn't study this line very carefully. Knight takes e5 looks good now. I didn't even organize my room, so it's possible that something here might be a bit disorganized, I would say. Suddenly you'll see some items that you didn't see before. Okay, so we have a normal position. I believe black should be better at this point of the game. I'm better developed, and my king is safer. Yeah, he's rightly trying to get me to take the knight, which is a possibility, but I prefer to maintain my two bishops for now. Knight c6, rook a d8 coming. Yeah, bishop g6. I have to admit that I feel a bit rusty from regular chess point of view, because I played this King of the Hill game and it completely infected how I look at the board. So for example, now this move is very threatening. I'm almost imagining that if he brings the king to the center, I will automatically lose. So, okay, I guess taking on e5 can't be a bad idea. I'm quite surprised by the opposition here. That's not very high rated. It's not what I expected, but for a monthly tournament. But I guess I'll draw the conclusions for the next month. Okay, b5 looks like an interesting resource. If he captures, I have bishop d6 with a double attack on the bishop and on the king. Yeah, now I think I can still play something along these lines. Bishop d6. Okay, let's try it. I think I'm gaining some material, because if he moves the bishop, I have rook e3. Also had rook e2, now that I think about it, but it's not that clear. Okay, he should play bishop f3. And now bishop e4 looks tempting. Although not necessarily the best. Okay, let's try it. Rook to f1 now is a valid resource. I suddenly remember that I don't have time. I have to play so much faster now. Okay, 27 seconds. I'm not sure if it's enough for me. And if I'll have this lag like in the tournament I played. not so long ago. I think it was 2 days ago. The Hyper Bullet had 30 seconds for each game, and it was a disaster. And I think the main reason was the lag, but yeah, I'll try to solve it in future broadcasts if I stream myself playing Bullet. Even in Blitz, it's very important to have good internet connection. So, and yeah, my internet should be quite fast. So the main problem lies in the fact that I'm streaming while I'm recording. I mean, while I'm playing, and the upload of the video to YouTube while playing takes some capacity from my computer. Okay, I think I'll manage. Cool. And I won on time. It was a very close shave for 1400. Wow, so maybe the ratings are a bit inflated somehow. We'll see. Some people already got the flame going, winning 2 games by the time I won 1. So going berserk here might be an idea. Okay, it's funny. My opponent is probably the top seed in the event, or one of them, and I'm 600 points in the rating below him, but I have the GM title next to my name here, so yeah, it's a bit unfair, I have to admit. I should have got some regular rating before. I mean, playing in this tournament, so I won't mess up the ratings of the other players in case I win. Although I believe there is a decent chance I will disappoint somehow, because my Blitz shape isn't at its peak right now, due to the past 2 days that I played these tournaments mentioned earlier. Hyper Bullet on Friday and King of the Hill yesterday on Saturday. Okay, so I'm trying to play some decent chess. Let's see how it goes. And if I have some time to relax, I'll try to adjust my settings a bit so you can see the chat window. Okay, so this is normal chess, right? So I should think like I do in regular chess. Okay, can grab it. White's position is looking quite nice. Want to put my knight on a better square, but I'm not sure where. Okay. How to improve my pieces? Okay, let's put it here for now. Maybe I'll move it to e5 later. Bishop f6 was an idea. So, okay, I'll just go modestly with bishop f6. Bishop a6 might be a possibility later. Let's see if I have some viewers by now. Wow, not bad. Just started the stream randomly and already 20 viewers. Okay. Yesterday, even after an hour, I had about 15. My opponent is playing quite well so far. Bishop a6, rook to d1. I don't have a lot of time to calculate. Bishop e2, rook d. Okay. 6. Okay, I'll try it. Not sure if it's good. I have only 1 minute, so if I can find the time before the next game, I'll try to adjust the Okay, this is good for me, I believe. 95 now, coming. And g5 maybe next. Is a cool idea. To seize my control on the dark square, so yeah, now I have to take probably, and g5 like I wanted. And king f8, king e7. Black should be slightly better. I slowly start to get a grasp on regular chess once again after the small break that I took. Okay, so on king e3, knight c4, so we can't really do it. I believe rook d8 should be in my favor, but also keeping the rooks on the board is logical. Okay, I can go h5. Shouldn't be that bad. Rook h8 if he takes. I'll go rook h8 anyway. 45 seconds on the clock. Okay, I don't see a straightforward plan for myself. Maybe I'll start maneuvering a bit. Go h4. Then rook d8. Knight g6 and rook d8. And try to squeeze. Oh, whoops, I didn't look at his move. Still shouldn't be that bad for me. I have 32 seconds, so I have to be very fast though. Okay, h3. Oh, it's not even falling. So, yeah, it was a blunder to go knight g6. I wanted to go rook d8 first. But still, I have a very decent counterplay, it seems. Here. Let's go here. 22 seconds left. Yeah. Okay, let's go check. Take this guy. King e5. "18 seconds, I have to be extremely fast. Go here. Want to promote the h-pawn. I have to start pre-moving, I guess. I want to have a decent chance at winning. Oh my goodness. Playing very slowly here. Okay, let's just pre-move. Let's see what happens. Okay, I won on time. Again, it was a very close shave. Only have 2 games so far been played, while other players played a lot more. So I wouldn't say my chances are very, very high, but I didn't really check it well. Oh, I thought the tournament was only 1 hour because I saw that in 1 hour we start another tournament of 5+0. But I was terribly wrong. The tournament lasts 3.5 hours. I'm not sure if I'll stick until the end. I was intending to do other things today. Yeah, this is a pity. 3.5 hours of Blitz isn't a bad idea, but I would love to have a strong opposition. So excuse me for having the dark color in the window below my camera. I didn't have time to adjust the chat, but I'll do it. I'll try to do it while playing this game. I hope it's fine. Okay, so where is the pop-up window? Let's see it here. Okay, let's put this one here. No, it's not the right one. Or yeah, it is the right window. Let's put it here, like this. Something along this line for now. Yeah, and we probably don't see what I'm doing, but it will be visible in a sec. Okay, cool. So, okay, not good enough. I'll do it again after the next move. We have the Nimzo f3 on the board, by the way, in case you were too distracted with my own distractions. And it's a very typical main line of the Nimzo when black goes d5 and takes you back with the pawn. And normally speaking, if white can push e4 and then e5, he should have a tremendous initiative on the king side. So taking is probably the right idea, but I suspect white should be still much better if I'll play accurately. Okay, c5 is coming next, so I would like to do something against it. Probably, yeah, I don't see how to prevent it. So maybe it's a good idea to prepare e5, bishop g5 ideas. Okay, I like queen a4 to protect d4 square, so after c5 I have time for bishop g5. So I'll adjust it a bit more, see if it works out. Maybe something like this. And here. Okay, close enough. Fix it later. Yeah, it's my move, but I want to have it right. Okay, seems decent enough. So you guys can see the chat. Here we go. Queen d7 on the board. Bishop b5 seems to win an exchange. I think I'll go for it. Okay. You can take the exchange immediately or go bishop g5, which is also tempting. Okay, I'll just go bishop g5. I'll take it later maybe, and if he wastes a move moving the rook, then I can exploit the pin perhaps on this diagonal, h4 d8 diagonal with e5. So, judging by the number of viewers I have on such a spontaneous broadcast, then probably my name is being featured in the website. Bishop takes f6, bishop takes b5, queen b5, gf, knight h5 looks really nice for me. Bishop d7 forces queen d7. Okay, I think I'll take here. Yes. And now knight h5 looks devastating, but I might be wrong. Knight takes f6 is a check is a threat, and he can't really protect this pawn. I have only 48 seconds as usual, the time pressure. So in the next game I'll try to talk a bit less and play the opening quickly to put pressure on my opponent and maybe have more time to talk later. Had I known this tournament will last so long, I would have probably played the 5+0, so I'll have more time to explain what's going on in my mind and adjust all my settings. Queen h5 forces knight f8. My position should be very close to, I mean, it is winning, but it should be very close to over. And queen g5 is threatening mate in 1. Also knight takes h7 followed by rook f7 looks like a very nice blow. Oh, I don't have time. Okay, let's just do this one. I keep forgetting about the clock. And no increment also, so which I like by the way, but I have to be in shape to remember to play fast. Okay, so far I'm playing really slowly, so I don't have. Oh, I blundered also. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see this one. Okay, so I ruined the winning position, but the time might allow me to compensate for my terrible play a bit. Let's go here. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, okay. Again, it's the third game in a row I'm winning without being very convincing. I hope the chat is working well. Is it just in the sense of it's the way it's adjusted here? And nothing is blocking the clock, etc. Okay, we have a new game. Let's play e4 this time. Okay, we have the peers on the board. and now it's something else. Usually they play knight f6 followed by e5. Oh, this opening is very typical in Blitz. I don't see it in over the board chess very often, but okay, f5 usually isn't played. It's either b5 or b6. Let's go queen e1. So usually when I see this opening, I'm thinking of Hikaru Nakamura because I've seen him playing it so many times and winning against players in all levels with black, especially in bullet. He does this opening and it's really hard to come up with something to do against it and that time control. Now I think I can take on f5. It looks very logical, but maybe again I might be wrong. I'm trying to exploit the situation with the development, but yeah, knight f5 I didn't evaluate correctly. I thought I'll have the better structure, but now that I see it, might not be the case. Okay, so I'm not sure if he has a threat, so maybe it's a good idea to develop. Okay, I'm 1 minute behind on the clock as usual, and it's quite funny. Despite winning all my games, I'm a lot of points behind the leaders, which isn't normally what's happening in regular chess when you play and win all your games. I'm not used to this type of tournaments with when playing quicker is something that you can be rewarded for. Usually, it's a good idea to use all the time on your clock to play the best chess that's possible. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what to do now. 93 might be a threat, but okay, I guess I have to allow it. Yeah, it's not happening on the board like I thought. Knight g3. Let's go here. Concentrate how. Oh, I have a lag once again. I made the move already, as you can see. My clock is still running. That's such a pity. Oh, and I got the time back. Earlier I thought in the bullet event that I don't get the time back. Okay, but we'll see how it turns out. Oh, I blundered again. I have to slowly get into shape. Very slowly. I have 3 hours to do so. Okay. I'm not sure how to play here. Let's try bishop b4. Put pressure on my opponent. I have only 49 seconds. This time it's even closer than before. Okay, I guess I can take this guy. And then on e7 and on c6. And if I play fast enough, I might not lose. So in case anyone has joined us lately and didn't see what happened before, we're playing a Blitz tournament 3+0 for 3.5 hours on lichess.org. It's the monthly Blitz tournament, and I am constantly in time pressure, and it doesn't seem to be enough to remind me that I shouldn't talk that much. I guess I love talking more than I love winning. I hope it's not true, but I have to prove it. Let's see if I can play without missing any quick mates. Okay, I can take here. I really hope I'm not blundering. What is this? I didn't understand this move. Giving away the bishop. Just don't take the bishop so I don't get mated in one. I'll make a window for my king, like this, to be safe. Then rook e7. Try to, I think 23 seconds should be enough. Go here. And rook h7 is inevitable and I would mate probably within the next 2 moves in case he plays bishop d7. So I'll slowly build up my reputation as one of the leaders. I'm aiming for the first place, of course, but yeah, I wouldn't be too disappointed if being so rusty wouldn't would still land me in the top 3 spots. So yeah, 3 hours are a long time. I might also decide that it's not important enough for me to stay until the end. I really don't advocate quitting from tournaments, even if it goes badly. But in this case, I really thought it would only take 1 hour, and I'll be able to even participate in the next Blitz for 1 hour, and then call it a day and go for my own business and keep studying chess instead of playing. Okay, what do we have here? Should play faster, as I mentioned. Feel free to mention in the chat also if something is missing, or if I should improve something right now in terms of aesthetics or of the window and screen capture and such. I did it really quickly in the past few. I only decided to stream about 4 minutes before the tournament started, and rushed to organize everything. And yeah, so let's look at the chat real quick. Okay, good. Thanks everyone who's supportive. And for now, I don't see any complaints, so this is must be a good sign. Bishop g4 isn't supposed to be good, but I can't really tell why. I studied it once. Queen b3 looks logical. Knight e5 seems logical as well. If I go queen b3, it goes queen b6. So maybe taking on d5 first. Okay, let's try this one. And now if c takes d5, queen b3, queen b6, I'll have knight d5 intermediate move. Okay, now e4 is usually a good idea. But knight e5 also seems tempting. Let's try it. I like gaining tempi in the opening, if possible. Yeah, queen b3 now, or g4. Both are very interesting. I actually really like g4. If bishop g6, maybe h4. Okay, I'll go bishop g2 first, I think. Because after h4, perhaps f6 could be a bit annoying. And if he goes e6 now, then on the next move f6 will be less logical, I believe. But yeah, this is just my intuition. I can't really say that I'm 100% confident it's correct. Okay, now h4 looks even stronger because it doesn't have f6. Yeah, the idea behind developing first was to allow my opponent to make a mistake. When I play a forcing move, it can be easier for him to respond. So normally speaking, if I don't see a forced win, I prefer to not necessarily to play a forcing move right away. Okay, now also queen b3 looks logical, I have to admit. Okay, I'll play it first. The idea is h5 followed by queen f7 mate, and also to wink at this b7 pawn. And once again, I'm talking a lot and the clock situation isn't in my favor. And since I'm playing so slowly, also the leader of the tournament is in time to win a lot of games, while I'm just a lot behind, despite winning all my games so far. Yeah, here my idea was to play queen b7, and if he takes on e5, I have queen c8 mate. I think it's correct. And also c6 is hanging, so I have bishop c6 as a threat. The rook is hanging. This should be over. Yeah, queen c8 is a mate in one. Okay, nice. Okay, number 2 so far. This guy, he managed to play 8 games while I played 4 or 5. I played 5. And he is probably gonna finish the 9th game by the time. One sec. Okay. Finish the 9th game by the time I will be still in the middle of this one. Okay, this line I'm familiar with, but I'm not sure which move order was the best. e4 first or knight f3? Can't remember right now. Let's just... I think knight f3 is logical. But no, e4. Let's go with e4. Okay. Yeah, now... Okay, I'm not sure once again, but I'll just develop my pieces this way. But now bishop g5 is one of the ideas, to exchange this bishop. Okay, I have my analysis in this line, but I'm not sure what they are saying, what I wrote there. Okay, develop is normally advised. Okay. Again, I'm playing really slowly. I must do something about this. Don't know what I can do. Let's go knight h5. Bishop g5. I should have done knight h5 a move ago and then come up with something better. Yeah. Okay, now should try to play a bit actively. It went wrong compared to what it was 2 moves ago. And I can't afford to make such mistakes when I'm playing so slowly, because I don't have the time to compensate. Yeah, now bishop g4 is quite a huge threat, so I should go back. I think I should still be a touch better because of my space and better pieces for the moment, but with the clock situation it can all go badly very quickly. Okay. Does he want bishop or knight b5? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Okay, I'll go b3 and a4 just to maintain keep the pressure. It's a bit cold here. Okay. Once again, I have almost a minute behind on the clock for no good reason. Okay, just go here to pass the move and try to play faster. Knight f5, is it a good idea? Not sure. But if I don't do something, I might lose on time. So, we'll see. Rook f2. I remember seeing some other players demonstrating with arrows on this website. So what happens if I touch a square? I guess I can press Ctrl or Alt, demonstrating something. Oh, he just blundered his queen. That's a shame. He played so well until now, and he didn't deserve to lose this way. But luck is part of the game, you know? If someone... I'm not speaking about myself, but generally speaking, a few notes about being lucky and luck in chess and in general. If you're lucky once, when you're a beginner, you can consider it something outside of your control. But if you're lucky time after time after time, then it becomes a pattern. It's not necessarily outside of your control. Maybe you're doing something to put pressure on someone to make a mistake. So again, not speaking about myself and my opponent blundering the queen here, just I'll use the classical example that I use in such cases, Magnus Carlsen. I've mentioned it before. Many people think he's lucky and escapes very bad positions, I've heard many people say it before, but he's doing it so often that it's really hard to call it luck anymore. It seems like a pattern by now because he's so tenacious when he's in trouble. So at some point the opponent is making a mistake, and one of the classical examples is basically all his games with Hikaru Nakamura. And I'm forking the queen and the king. My opponent seems to want to continue the game. Normally they would resign here, and it's quite a pity because some people resign and some people don't, and it seems to be quite important for the tournament standings to win fast, if possible. And if you're in a lost position, it seems logical to resign quickly and have a better chance in the next game, because if you play more games, you're not being punished for it. So somehow playing faster is being rewarded by having more potential to win points. I find it a bit obscure, but yeah, I don't know if they're planning to change it or if there have been a lot of thought behind this process and they want to encourage people to play many games. But yeah, I wouldn't I wouldn't vote for such a system in any tournament to encourage people to play faster. You can play faster time controls for more fun, but it should be equal. Everyone should have the same amount of chances to win the tournament, and if they win all their games, let's say, it shouldn't be affected by how fast the opponents are blundering or resigning. But that's just me. I mean, yeah, maybe some people think otherwise. Feel free to mention in the comments here, in the chat or in the comments afterwards. Okay, so I'm still a queen up, and yeah, maybe my opponent is counting on some stalemate or loss of concentration from me, which is definitely possible. But yeah, it's just something I haven't encountered in a while, which might point out a little bit about this on this level, the general average level of this tournament. The, the players are, I mean, this guy and someone earlier are not resigning in lost positions. I encourage fighting, but at some point, especially in a tournament like this, it's just um, almost disrespectful, I would say. So I should probably mate faster. So let's see how I can do it. Not sure if f5 is fast. Knight rook g6. Yeah, just go queen f7. Queen f6 is my threat. If he plays bishop c4 now, it will be a bit funny. But rook h5 is still mate. Okay. Just to, or think until the clock runs out. Some people do it. Think until their clock runs out before losing. I have no idea why. Okay, so this guy also won all his games. He played 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, while I played about 8. And I'm assuming he will finish his 10th. So he's about 2 games ahead of me. I hope he will stop winning at some point, so I'll have a chance at catching him, because if we both keep winning, he will just win the tournament outright. I wonder what's my level rating-wise on lichess. Feel free to mention what's the equivalent of, let's say, different ratings on the ICC pool or playchess or chess.com. What you think might be equivalent to certain ratings in this website. I think I can play solid with castle, but g5 is an interesting idea. Not sure if it's working here, but the general concept is to play f4 and open up this bishop. And this way I can exploit my bishop's pair. So yeah, I think black should be better now. Normally speaking, before I do g5, white is playing knight e1, so he will be able to reply with f4. Now it seems a bit inconvenient, to say the least. Yeah, he's giving me a choice. I could have taken on e2 and on d4. Okay. I don't think castling quickly is the best idea for me, but I'm not sure where else to put my king. And I don't want to talk too much instead of playing like I usually do. Knight d4 is a nice tactic. If he takes, I have a mate in 2. I don't see how we can refute it. Okay, let's try. And now, I guess he can just go king h1. But then knight f5 is nice. Or is it? Okay, we'll see. Point being that I threat mate in 1, yeah, which he missed, so it was a decent decision, and I managed to win quickly, so I'm slowly closing the gap of this guy, Mickey Dar. It's funny that his rating is only 2100. Oh, what a creative name by my opponent, and a creative opening. Did he offer a draw? Nice. Very thoughtful. And he actually got me outside of my current repertoire. I played this line in the past, offering a draw in each move. That's quite unique, I would say. I really don't remember what's the main move here. I'll go with d6. Every single move he wants a draw. But I think now it will be a bit too late to convince me to agree, because your king side structure is damaged, my friend. Okay. What can I do? a6 or e6? I guess I should. Even g6 makes sense. I really want to develop. I want this bishop to have somewhere to retreat. It's not that easy to exploit my advantage. Okay, I'll go with e6. And my point is that if I have another move, I might want to go with something like long castle later. He keeps offering draws every single move. There should be some restrictions in this website against people who behave in a non-sportive manner. But yeah, it's not my call. I hope, by the way, that you can hear me well, because the microphone is a bit far away. So feel free to comment on this in the chat. I'll have a look after the game. Am I winning a piece? Probably not. But it looks good nevertheless. Knight b5 is annoying as well. a6 or king b8. d5 followed by queen b8 also. It's hard to choose a move here. I don't have much time. Okay, I'll go with a6 just to prevent knight b5. Yeah, now I'm winning a piece. I was hoping you will miss my threat. Okay, so far so good. Let's have a quick look in the chat, see if anyone comments on the microphone. Okay, the sound is good, thank you, Peix. But I saw someone was mentioning that they see my mouth moving and asking if I'm talking, which means either that your volume isn't turned on, which is probably not the case, or that I'm lagging, which is very likely since I've been lagging from the first time I started streaming a few weeks ago. I apologize for this. I don't know how to fix it, but I'm working to improve it with every stream I do. I changed the settings and tried to fix or improve my internet. And according to what I heard from people, the situation now with my lagging is far more far better, I would say, than what it was about 2 streams ago. Let's say it would lag for 1 or 2 seconds maximum, and then continue to play. So yeah, still. Oh, Queen H2 was there. I forgot to concentrate. Anyway, I feel confident in my future streams. But as for now, all I have to do is apologize if for some reason the sound is not ideal or a bit stuck. Please stop offering draws. I'm sure you've figured out by now that I'm interested in playing chess, and part of the reason I signed up to this tournament, and not necessarily not playing chess. Some people are very fond of making draws or offering and accepting them, but in general, I feel like if there is some play still going, it doesn't really matter if you win or not. In the end, we are here to play chess and enjoy, so might as well just play. There's no point. Okay, I don't have a lot of time, so let's start pre-moving. Resign finally? You offer a draw, and probably as expected by his behavior so far, he will wait until his time is finished. I'm sorry, sir, but you don't behave in an adjusting way to your username. Adjusted way, I would say. Yeah. Okay, new game. The guy on the top lost the flame, so if I will win, it might land me in the first place in the event. I'm quite content with this. Now I believe Queen d3 is the main move, as demonstrated in one of my recent Blitz games. And now, which I highly encourage you to watch, b3. Normally a5 is the main line. Bishop e7 is possible, but just a sideline. I'm not sure if I should go e4 straight away or not. But I'm assuming c5 is kind of an idea, so let's try. What's the worst that can happen? Queen e2 or queen e3, more typical. Also queen c2 sometimes. Okay, I guess I'll go here. And yeah, but I don't have a good way to reply to c5, so just put it here for now. Yeah. And the typical way would be to simply go rook d1 and capture somehow. You can also play bishop somewhere. Rook d4 allows bishop f3, but then rook d8 followed by rook e8. This is interesting. But okay, I think I can afford this move. Let's try. Worst case, I'm just lost. Yeah, it worked. So for now, develop the bishop, go back to d2 or d3, double the rooks, if possible. We'll put the rook and the queen like this. But the knight e4 is annoying. Should have calculated a bit before rushing. Okay, I'll take with the knight. I guess he could have played knight e4 instead of Ah no, but this was hanging. Okay, but did he just give me a piece? Come on, guys, stop giving me free pieces. It's not so good. Okay, so far, for the first time, I'm leading the tournament, and this guy Mickey Dar isn't playing as fast as before. He made a draw, and he's not finishing his games as quickly. So it was either luck or he slowed down the pace. I wonder what will happen when we play against each other. Okay, we have the Slav mainline. Maybe I should commentate a bit on the openings instead of just mumble some random stuff. Slav mainline. Yes. So far, yeah, normally bishop g6, knight d7 or castles are the moves. I've seen h6 before. The idea is to go bishop h7 in one go, as far as I can tell. But sometimes they go bishop g4 as well. I have to admit, I studied some theory here, but as far as understanding goes, I'm not fully aware all the subtleties in this variation. I would really love to be an expert here from the white side, and I'll keep working on it harder. But the theory that I checked seems very, very nice for white, and computer likes the positions in general. But yeah, you just have to always when I learn openings, I try to also focus on understanding what I'm looking at and not only remembering. So yeah, in this case, I think knight g6 is the most logical way, and then bishop d3 or queen f5. I think queen f5 is really nice because I have this idea of rook e8, knight f8. Yes, I think it will work out. If he goes rook e8, knight f8, king h8, queen h7, and I'm going to mate him, I find it quite aesthetic. So I don't see how we can save the rook. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the situation. Yeah, knight f8 is just winning a lot of material. King g8, knight takes d7. Yeah, resigned. Cool. So I'm starting to build some lead in the event. We're about 50 minutes in. I still haven't decided. I hope nobody will be angry with me if after 2 hours, I mean, yeah, an hour and a half from now, for one reason or another, I'll have to go and while being the leader, leaving the tournament. I hope it won't happen, but yeah, I have some plans. I'll have to find the time between the games to perhaps cancel them. Yeah, next time check the schedule, Tal. Would be a nice idea, right? Right, guys? Checking the schedule before signing up to a tournament and starting to broadcast it live on YouTube. Okay, rook c1 is logical. Also, sometimes knight takes d5 is a nice tactic. If queen d5, bishop f6. Yeah, but I'm a big fan of developing. If rook c1, d4, knight b5, knight e4. Okay, I'll just follow my intuition. Yeah, now my idea was to take and go knight d5, allow bishop b2, but maybe have some initiative going. You can also just develop and after knight e4 to grab some material. Queen c2. Yeah. I guess it wasn't the best choice but of moves, but I'm still happy with my position. Bishop f6 is quite a big threat, followed by knight takes d5. He seems to have missed it. I'm assuming that if he saw it, his idea was to take on b2. It's a nice tactic here, but white should still be better, despite black regaining the pawn. He missed it. Okay, so now I'm just a pawn up. Let's try to simplify it a little bit. Queen c3, offering the exchange of queens. Another logical move would have been bishop b1 and preparing some queen c2 maybe. I think I'll do it now. Protecting the a2 pawn just in case. And yeah, now rook d1. It doesn't have any very good squares to jump with the knight. And I don't have a lot of time to keep on talking as usual. Feel free to mention if I'm still lagging. Don't know if I can do anything to fix it, but I'd love to be aware of it at least. Okay, now I have an interesting concept that I'm calculating in this position. I think I'll do it. It's a bit scary, but if it works, then it will be good. h3. The idea is if he takes, I go queen c2, threatening mate, and yeah, and he missed it. So it was a smart tactic to. The idea was to just simplify the position and maintain my pawn up, but I kind of secretly hoped he will blunder the mate, and that I'll be able to keep climbing on my spot in the tournament faster. I am letting this tournament rules get under my skin and affect my play. This is not so good. I think I have to remain objective. So yeah, h3 might have been an objective move as well, but the reason I didn't bother thinking about it deeper is because I was excited to give a mate. Very childish of me. Okay, let's have a quick look. I'm assuming that the fact that I have a mate on the next move is enough for me to have a look at the chat. Yeah, let's return to the tournament. Okay. Yeah, guys, please don't ask questions while I'm playing. I don't have time to reply. Maybe in the future I'll have more time between games if I'm in the ICC pool, so I can avoid bidding for a new game or seeking a new game, and I'll take a minute or two between games to answer. But now the tournament doesn't allow me to take the time. So feel free to chat with each other or say some comments, just general comments about my video or my, as I mentioned, some technical problems or the way I play. But questions are maybe, normally speaking, you can ask in the end of the video. And in this case, it won't be very relevant because if I do finish the tournament after 3.5 hours, I'm not intending to make this video any longer. And as mentioned, I might just stop it in about an hour and 15 minutes or so. Yeah. Okay, what can I do? Bishop g4 looks logical. The idea is that if he moves this knight, I have knight h4 coming. Yeah, and I will manage to ruin his kingside pawn structure. Alright, so I'll have a quick look at my program to see that everything is fine. Alright, seems decent. Yeah, you can hear me? Okay, knight f3 check. I'll make a very small experiment in a moment. Just move my microphone a bit and see if the sound is changing a little bit, and you let me know how it looks. So yeah, and once again, if anyone joins us in the live stream and doesn't know what we're doing exactly, this is a 3.5 hour Blitz tournament and 3+0, and I was intending to play for 1 hour, and so far 1 hour has passed and I'm still here, 2.5 hours left, and we'll see where it takes us. I hope you, at least the fact that I was caught by surprise will be very pleasant for you guys who are watching at home. Yeah, okay, so now bishop b4 seems like a reasonable tactic, deflecting the queen, and if he takes, I'll try to mate him. Yeah, I don't see why it shouldn't work. He should probably move the queen to e2 or c2. This is also valid, and now if he takes back, I can mate him. Okay, nice. So try to adjust the microphone a little bit here. Okay, let's put it here. Yeah, this one here. I was intending to zoom in with the camera also, but so you don't see the entirety of my room as usual, my apartment here. But for some reason, I decided spontaneously to broadcast about 4 minutes before the start of the tournament. And yeah, I guess I'll do it again between the rounds, because this is the best way to see your responses and if you like it or not. So let me know, is the microphone changing a little bit? I'll have a quick look. Oh, no need to change it. Okay, I'm a bit greedy because I was waiting for so long to not have a terrible sound quality, and now that I have the chance to have a decent quality, I want to improve it even if possible. So forgive me for not being fully happy with what I already have. Trying to improve always is can be both good and bad. We have the F3 Nimzo, by the way. I'm sure you know it by now if you've ever seen my previous videos. And yeah, it's my pet line of the Nimzo Indian for F3. And he played c5, which lands us at a Benoni type position where this bishop, instead of being on g7, it's on b4. I find it quite original in general, and I really love these positions for white. And I also love when people play the Benoni against me. And no disrespect for the Benoni, but I just have more fun. It tends to be more likely to have a decisive result and some dynamic play. So let's have a look. A3, bishop c5 check is a bit annoying, so let's go queen c2, but then he can take the exchange like this. I have knight d1 at the end, queen b6. Okay, one sec. A3, knight b2, queen c2. Yeah, I can play a3 and after bishop c5. No, come on. I don't want to take on d3 like this. It doesn't feel like it's doing justice with my position. How about b3? No, I'm blundering a piece. Okay, I have to settle myself with this. It's not that bad, but I was just hoping for more. Don't know why, because this is great. a3 is a huge threat. Yeah. And bishop g5 is a concept that I like in these positions. Okay, let's go a3 first. Probably go bishop c5. I'm a bit behind on the clock. Wow, I'm leading by quite a lot. I guess this guy Mikidar forfeited from the tournament. Otherwise I don't understand the flag. But he has the flame going. I don't know, maybe he's going berserk. Knight a4. Let's focus on my own game though. Yeah, it's not so easy. Guess I should try to develop. I go bishop g5 and queen d2 next, perhaps. Maybe it would have been wiser to go bishop g5 on the previous move, so I can avoid bishop d4, which he didn't play. Okay, now I can go here. And if you move the bishop, I have bishop e7. Ah, but queen is protecting. Okay, never mind. Didn't say anything. Knight f5. Yeah, knight a4 was not ideal, but somehow it feels like it worked. Don't know why or how. Maybe it doesn't work because e4 is hanging. Yeah. What am I doing? I don't have time. Okay, I have to be fast. Play more convincing. I really hope I'm not gonna lose this game. It will be such a shame after such a nice run with so many wins in a row. Okay. Oh my god, this bishop is falling. Come on. I can't afford to blunder pieces like this, especially in the time pressure. Oh my goodness. Such a shame. 10 seconds left. Such a shame. Okay, let's start pre-moving. Okay. Have to pre-move even though it might lose. But I'm afraid. I'm very much afraid. My goodness. This is terrifying. Okay, I won on time. This was scary. This was very scary, just like my first 3 games. I really messed it up with the time. But I'm still maintaining my score. So this guy Miki Dar is still on 42 points. And he has the flag. I don't know what it means. If anyone knows, please mention if it means he goes berserk or that he is retired from the event. Either way, it will not affect my game, so I should probably stop thinking about it. Just like being curious. Okay, knight e2 isn't the most principled move. So I have a decent position in the center. Say grabbing the 2 bishops. So I would say that he gave me a free hand to play white when I was black. So yeah. As for the result of the opening, I'm quite happy. And now I'm gonna play faster because I can't keep entering time pressure all the time. Despite my positive results so far, my amount of satisfaction with the way I play, especially the pace, is very low. So yeah, I'm assuming that I'm the only grandmaster here, and that if I will win the tournament, it won't be a huge surprise, let's say. But the way I win is more important, I think, than the final result sometimes. Okay, it's very as long as I win the event or play very well result-wise, then from this point of view, the path that I took to reach there becomes very important. And yeah, I'm very unsatisfied with how I got my wins in 4 cases. Let's say when I have less than 4 seconds and I just play faster instead of just losing on time. Okay, but this position should be quite convincing. I don't see any way to mate my opponent, but I would prefer to grab a piece than an exchange. Knight b2 followed by bishop d4 would grant me an exchange. After this I get a full piece. So now I'm a piece and a pawn up. Rook b2 maybe is an idea to simplify. I feel again, like normally speaking, White would resign by now, and I don't advocate to anyone to resign before time, but this is just absurd under the tournament conditions that people are just continuing to play and waste both of our time. Well, as long as in 1 out of 10 situations you manage to save such positions I would consider to be lost, then it will worth it. So I'm guessing the average level here in this event enables people to afford winning 1 out of 10 like this. But yeah, it's just something I'm so unfamiliar with, playing on in lost positions. It feels like they enjoy themselves. I don't know. I hope the fact that I'm talking a lot instead of commentating on what's going on in the game isn't ruining the experience for you guys. Feel free to mention it, and I'll consider to change my approach here in this stream. I'm just trying to have fun, and I'm not really thinking of what's necessarily best for the viewers. So have a quick look at the chat. Retired / taking a break. Okay, so thank you for explaining all of you guys the different things. I guess all of you can see the chat while I'm streaming, but I try not. I mean, my screen is fully looking at the lichess page when I'm playing, because I'm suspecting it might be against the rules to see the chat in case someone might offer moves. So I just try to avoid it in case. So yeah, this knight f3 move I'm not familiar with in this move order. Normally the knight is going to f6 and back to d7. Seems like I have a few tempi. Oh, yeah. Okay. D takes e5 will transpose now to a different line. Okay. So this one, I think again, bishop a5, and if this e5 we transpose. But I might be wrong. Taking on c3 doesn't seem logical in this move order, because it will mean I committed to a sideline instead of playing the main line. White shouldn't be rewarded for this move order. Yeah, let's go knight g7. Oh, but now he threatens to take. Okay, I don't know. Doesn't matter anymore. If he takes, I take on c3, queen a5 or something. Yeah. Okay, now once again I have a choice. I'll choose to take this guy. And castles is probably my next move. Feels like black is doing fine, very fine. At least from my point of view. I would say that white is still having the one move lead in development because he started the game, but black doesn't have any obvious weakness, and he has one more pawn in the center, and it's a quite strong pawn on d5. So yeah, now if I can take the pawn on e5, it should be quite bad for my opponent. Let's try. Usually I don't really calculate until the end when I'm capturing pawns like this, but just the fact that I can't really refute it myself makes me think that maybe my opponent won't be able to refute it, because I'm confident enough in my skills, and I love to be proven wrong, and this way learn something from the experience. So it's important to be brave and dare playing moves that might be scary just because you're curious. So following my curiosity, let's say. It's a term I don't hear very much in chess, that some move is curious or interesting as opposed to, let's say, strong or active. But I do feel like it should be used more often. There's a different game that I'm sure most of you have heard of by now. It's called Go, and according to some people, it's the Eastern version of chess. And in this game, when I heard people commentating about it in strong events or in other situations, they very, very often use the term interesting or let's play this move because I'm curious what will happen. And I think this is a very mature approach to the situation. So if you're curious about something and you can't refute it, and you don't see anything better to play, don't be afraid. Just let your curiosity uh, flourish. Embrace it. And the worst case, you'll get your answer and lose. Okay. So far, I think we won all the games, and we have also played more games than anyone else. Not so bad. So we are an hour and 20 minutes almost into the tournament. Let's see how many viewers we have. I don't really care about the number, but I just feel curious, as mentioned before. It's really nice for me to break my own records in in many different things. So when it comes to a number of viewers watching my stream, it makes me feel like I achieved something. Although I wouldn't say it was under my control. Okay, queen a4 check. Looks very good for me. What does he want? Queen a4, knight fd7 is the only move. And then knight c6, he can move the queen away. Okay. I'm not sure what's the evaluation here. How can I try to punish him? It feels like black was playing very irresponsibly in this opening. Maybe bishop takes c4 next. It will also be very difficult for him to develop, so knight c6, knight d8. Okay. I have an idea. Might not be the best, but I'm curious, as mentioned. g3. My point is that instead of taking the pawn back, I'll try to play for the initiative. I want to play queen a4 check next after bishop g7. And now, if you play knight fd7, bishop h3 might be... I thought it might be strong, but I was wrong, because bishop e5 hangs my knight. So far from my calculation. So I guess I have to settle for knight c6. Doesn't seem that bad anyway. But yeah, now maybe some bishop h3 related ideas. But unfortunately, you can take and go bishop b5, and I don't have a lot of time to keep talking, so I guess I should focus on the position. Bishop h3. What can he do? Takes bishop b5. Yeah, not very happy. Come on, what did I do? Okay, try to minimize the damage and perhaps save what's left of my position. g3 was just far too creative. Even strong players, not necessarily myself, just generally strong players are making very basic mistakes and forget I would say deny themselves the right to develop their pieces effectively, and as a result they may get into trouble. I think now after knight takes c4 and queen b4, I might lose some material. And the clock situation is still far from good. If the opponent will play well, it might be my first loss, which I'll accept with grace. Gracefully. Yeah, rook e1. Let's play. Oh my goodness! Again, knight f3 check. Come on, I can't afford to play like this. Not ever, but especially not in a tournament while streaming. Okay, let's concentrate now. Uh-huh. Managed to save the previous cases, but this one seems more lost than the other examples. And I don't see a move. Okay, let's go here. Try not to get mated too quickly. Holy. Okay, take this. Go here, 19 seconds. This is very bad. So bad. Oh, just taking here will probably win a piece. This one also looks good. Yeah. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. Okay, just pre-move. I don't have a choice. Okay. Let's try to pull out some miracles. Okay. Excuse me for the bad moves. Just going to play fast and maybe flag my opponent if I'm lucky. And yeah, let's hope. I'm hopeful. Oh, g4. Okay, never mind. Okay, I guess I had a lag at the end, right there, and I'm still not clearly winning the event, so it's a shame. But okay, learn my lesson, talk a bit less, focus a bit more, play faster. I think I should have played knight f5, move earlier to avoid this knight g3 idea. Okay, should I go knight f5 now? Oh no, come on. Just giving away an exchange. But no, okay, still there, still intact. f4 is logical. If you take, I take on d4. Okay, maybe it doesn't work after knight takes, but seems logical to exploit the development situation and open up this bishop. Yeah, okay. Knight takes d4, bishop d4. Let's take the bishop. Don't want to get into this bishop h7 ideas, but I can take on h7 immediately, and I will just be a pawn down. Maybe I have some compensation, but again, my calculation skills in this game have not proven themselves. Haven't proved themselves. Yeah, let's see. g6. Oh, bishop f5 even. I really like bishop f5 to be honest, but I think it should work. I'm calculating that if he takes on d4 and bishop d4, bishop f5, I have this queen e8 intermediate move, which should grant me the piece back with equal material, at least. Okay, so far so good. Rook h6 is very logical. It's queen h4, a nice follow-up. Okay, we'll see. I guess we'll find out. Can also take here first. Does he threat anything? Yes. Some stuff are hanging here. Have to be careful. This was a bad choice to leave everything like this hanging. Oh my goodness, this is hanging. How can I protect my pieces? Let's go here. Hope I'm not blundering anything special. Wow. I'm starting to lose it a bit. But it adds some spice to the tournament, so maybe it will be more interesting for the viewers. I'm sure most of you will prefer to just see me winning all the games, and me too, but yeah, not gonna happen. Already lost one. This game I have only 30 seconds left. My pace is terrible, so I'll take what I can get. And from sportive point of view, if I stay in the tournament, my aim will remain the same, to be the champion of this event. First place. Not sure how it's gonna happen if I keep losing, but again, we'll see. Oh, did I lose again? Very painful stuff going on. Very painful stuff. What to do? I don't even have a slight chance here, but for the sake of completion of the game, yeah, 2 losses in a row. I'm starting to... Okay, I'll resign. Well played, EGN, fan club. You deserve having a fan club if you keep playing this way. You have the flame on your side and only 7 points behind. Again, this flag. What did you say it means? Either quit or taking a break? I guess I might take a break from the tournament and consider to come back later if I keep losing. Let's go with this line. Okay, knight c3. One of my pet lines in the Grunfeld. I don't really believe in it from theoretical point of view as much as I do in other pet lines of mine. But when it comes to Blitz and Rapid, if the opponent doesn't know all the theory by heart, then it can be extremely practical. So yeah, now I have to come up with a good move. Is e3 a good move? We'll see. Normally speaking, black would like to push c5, so having put this knight on c6 should be in white's favor. So I can afford to play a bit more passively, and only later on to maybe release this bishop with a future e4 or something. Let's put it on e2. And after the e5 push, if I have enough lead and development and I can get my knight to c5, I might be a bit better. But again, this is something I'm yet to prove. h3 might not have been the best. Okay, knight e4, e5. Let's try it. I'm leading by development, and if I get this bishop c3 in, or bishop b4 next, maybe I'll be able to exploit my my advantage. When you lead in development, it's very important to play very actively and create threats while improving your position. So now probably c7 is hanging in most of the variations after the exchange of queens. So I should be able to put my rook on the 7th rank somehow. Let's take it. Now play rook takes c7, knight d5. I have rook d1 maybe. Bishop e6, rook takes b7. Okay, seems legit. Rook d1, as I wanted to play earlier. Knight c6 is a bit nasty, but he missed it. Had he played knight c6, he would have a double threat on my rook and on my bishop. I would have had to be very creative. I would probably exchange sacrifice the exchange and be a little bit worse. Okay. Take back. So I'm 2 pawns up. You'll probably get one back. And with decent technique, especially taking the time situation into account, I should be able to convert. It's not winning yet, but it's close enough, I would say, in classical chess. Okay, let's take it and play this move b3. We'll probably go bishop b1, or this, also a decent move. What to do? Let's bring the king over. Bishop b1 becomes even more tempting for him. I have to go here now to avoid bishop c3 check ideas. Yeah. King d2 looks logical. Also some f4 ideas. Okay, let's do this. Okay, with the time situation, I think I'll be able to convert. Probably also in over the board chess without the clock situation, but yeah, I still have to be somewhat objective and not disrespect him completely. Check. Yes, okay, we did it. This guy, EGN fan club, is coming at me very quickly. I have to win twice now. I have to win 2 games. How many did I win? Don't remember. I think I lost twice and now I won only 1 game. So I have to win this one, and only in the next game after this I'll get the flame. So get double points. So people have enough time to catch me up and maybe grab the lead and make this tournament even more interesting. c5 or knight bd7 first? Knight bd7. Because after c5, if he takes, I wouldn't like to exchange the queens. And after I played c5, d takes c5, knight bd7, he would have had b2 to b4. So this is normally not a good idea to allow d takes c5 followed by b4, and I've lost this way in a few blitz games in the past. Okay, so now we have a typical position. I'm not sure where to put my rooks. And my queen also. Let's try this method. Queen on b8 and rook on d8. Now play simply h6, calm waiting move. It was very slow. Oh, these two guys are coming at me very quickly, so I can't afford to lose any more games, otherwise they'll run away with the tournament. I'll have some 2 hours to maybe recover, but it's not gonna be as obvious as it seemed the beginning. Okay, I don't see a threat, and I do wish I could develop this rook. Where can I put my pieces? Let's put it on a7 for now. Now does he want to take? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what he wants. So I have to play faster. So I'll go here for now. Okay. If this is your idea, then I'm not afraid. And okay, he's playing fast. I understand the strategy. He wants to... Oh, yeah. Disorient me like he just did. Forgot to think because of the time pressure. Losing again. Okay. Come on. What can I do here? Let's be creative. I have to be creative a little bit. 44 seconds, lost position against the third place. Should have taken on d4 and kept the pressure and play a minute less. I feel so disappointed right now, but well, it's not over yet. I have to keep fighting. And now that we have such a close situation in the lead of the tournament, I will do my best to keep playing and maybe cancel my next plans. Yeah, okay, so play rook e8 also. Okay, let's take it. b4. I feel so ashamed of losing like this, just blundering a piece. Start removing a little bit. But I didn't lose yet. It's important not to give up, even if it's objectively lost after bishop a6 and so on. Okay, what can I do now? I have to keep fighting. 22 seconds. It's not over yet, but very close. b3 is a threat. He's probably gonna take on h6 and try to mate me. Should probably pre-move this one. And yeah, okay, just this. Hope I won't get mated too quickly. And if I do, I will not... Oh, what an unpleasant surprise for him. I guess it's not what he meant to do, but this is part of the game. What can I do? There are no takebacks in tournaments. I won't say I'm proud in how I'm playing, but again, the way I got the win is important if I'm winning. But from the result point of view, as Anand said once when he was maybe getting a somewhat undeserved win at some game or something like this, in the press conference they asked him what do you think about the way you achieved this victory or something like this, and he responded something that I really like, especially coming from him. It might sound arrogant coming from someone else, but from Anand, I wouldn't consider anything as arrogant. He said a win is a win. Doesn't matter how you get it. And I'm assuming that I'm not quoting him exactly, just what I interpret from his words. I don't remember exactly how he said it, but I think he said a win is a win. And point being is that again, I'm assuming that he meant that as long as you don't break the rules. So as long as you follow the rules, doesn't matter how you got the win. It's very important to live in peace with yourself and not have any guilt, because I lost many times like this, far more than I won, and this is just part of the game of chess. It's very cruel, and we have to accept it. Let's play this. Probably going to lose a pawn. I can't say I sacrificed it because I didn't see it in advance, but I should have some compensation. But my play is very, very quickly degrading with each game, and I don't know why it happens. Normally I can play for hours and not suffer so much from a decrease in my concentration. Just losing a pawn like this is something I wouldn't expect. And the second pawn, it was there before, but I didn't even see it, so yeah. Okay, let's concentrate for one sec. h6 looks okay. Maybe I can get an exchange back. My idea is now to take, then go rook b6, followed by bishop h3. Not sure if it's working, but rook g6 seems like a big enough of a threat, which he gladly ignores. I have at least a draw, which is more than I had a few moves ago. And I can also take on f3 if I find it logical. To be honest, I think taking the draw is the right thing to do, but I want to avoid the. Have to play on a bit. Don't know even how to do it. Let's try. If I lose, it will not be such a big difference because the flame is what matters in this case, so it's worth the risk to try to keep winning. Okay, so let's play this first. So my position now seems a bit better. He shouldn't have played this move. He should have played f3 to f4, and then I might have made a draw. Okay, let's grab it. This one, and play an exchange up. And hope to win in this endgame. "50 seconds should be enough, but again, I didn't demonstrate the best skill so far, so I wouldn't rush to just say that I'm winning, that the game is already finished. I am winning, but it's not finished yet. Okay, so here. Okay, 5 looks good. And maybe h5. Oh, wow, yeah. This is far from how I expected this to go. I'm playing so slowly and so badly. Okay. I have to be more convincing and not blunder any forks. Okay, this is good enough for now. 3 is a smart move. Oh my goodness, again these resources. I keep giving them away. Okay. Stalemate going on. Oh my goodness, I keep giving away everything. I won on time. Well, this wasn't the most deserved win, especially with my really awful technique. I apologize for everyone here to have witnessed such a terrible show. But yeah, I guess it was meant to be, as they say. What's the move here? I play e4. And he takes, I take. Okay, let's try. If he takes, I go e5. So yeah, this line I'm familiar with. Now d6 normally, and then I go a4 followed by some queen c2. Maybe I can avoid a4 now in this particular move order. It doesn't want to take just yet. Yeah, now I have to come up with a useful move. I guess a4 is logical. And the point is that normally now black doesn't have any more useful moves, like developing without having any clear path to continue development while maintaining the pressure, the tension here. Yeah, so bishop d7 is very logical, but I should have some way to keep the tension like this. And now, again, it's a bit awkward for black just to come up with such moves. Not that I know exactly how to exploit it further, but at least I can't complain with my position. Pawn up, and I have a clear way to develop. Now a5 seems really terrible for black. If I get b6 in, normally in the Benko, this is the nightmare for the black players to have this type of pawn structure. Not only that you're a pawn down, this is a protected passer. The a6 square isn't available for you, and on top of all this, you haven't developed the entire queenside, and it's not going to be easy to do so. So yeah, maybe I should have taken with the pawn to be more precise. Yeah, to keep the grip, the positional grip at the position, and to try to maintain this knight on b8. Just as I was saying it was stuck, I let it go out. Somehow I'm leading by 7 points. I guess the main reason is this: the guy who's called EGN Fan Club is not participating or in a break. Every time someone comes close to catching me, I stop playing the tournament. Maybe he didn't expect it to be so long, just like I did. Okay, so still I have a pawn up and all the same trumps as I had before. Let's go h3. Rook d1 is a move for later on. Yeah, I could have been more accurate, but still, all the same advantages. I wish this rook wouldn't be here right now. I want to put it on e1. Let's do it. Put it on e1 so I can take back with the rook if needed and move my bishop away finally. Again, I don't think my general level, especially in the opening, was particularly bad. But for some reason, after the opening, I've been demonstrating some very uninspiring chess. Yeah, now this bishop c4 move, I should have gone to b3. Just giving him a tempo to take my pawn, ruining almost all my advantage. I have to play better. But fortunately I have knight g5. This resource is very important. Or is it? I have to go here. I can also take first. Not sure which is better. Just have to play fast. Playing fast is the most important part now of this game. And I'm not happy about it, but it's just the situation we have. Knight a2 seems very strong. He missed it. Let's go here. And back to g5. This one. Okay, my position should be better or winning. b7 coming later. Let's go b7. Okay, I did it. Or did I? No, knight here. Okay, I have to find the... Oh, no, not the lag. Come on, come on. Come on, I can't lose on time. Not like this. Oh my goodness. Please. Don't come to me like this with the lag. Oh my god. This was scary. Okay, I've been here for almost 2 hours in a row. And yeah, let me write a quick message. Please excuse me. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now I can finally feel a bit calm about playing until the end. This nasty surprise for me might turn out as a fun experience. Okay, now bishop f5 is aimed against bishop d3, and now I have this line. It's another main line. Oh, it's the same guy who offers draws. Well, I didn't miss you, Mr. 2251. Now h4 normally is the move, and then h5, and g5 followed by something. I think I can afford to play it. Let's try. I'm guessing it might not be the best move all the time, but yeah. Instead of this, I could have played rook a2 first also, but yeah, knight h7 is not the main move, but I'm not sure why. Knight e8, knight c7, knight e6 is the main idea in this position. I don't know how to punish my opponent, but well, rook e8 is gonna come at some point. King on f2 is the right square for him, so better play it sooner. Now knight g6 followed by bishop d3 is a tempting idea. Yeah, you can defend it twice. And then I don't see what's my follow-up. So let's take on c5. Okay. because I take a pawn, and now with the knight on f4 this d5 pawn is hanging. So it's one of the main ideas in this position if black is not careful. Not sure if this is the right case to do so, but might be. Okay, we'll keep offering draws, and I have no idea why he finds it so useful for his game. I guess the fact that I'm talking about it proves his point. It definitely has some amount of compensation, if not complete compensation for the material deficit. But I do have the two bishops, so as every simplification should work in my favor, and this knight on h7 is still far away from the play. So if I don't see a direct way to consolidate. Now rook a6 looks nice for him. Maybe I should have gone to b5. Oh no, but bishop is here. What am I saying? Okay, 42 seconds. I have to be fast, very fast and convincing. Can't promise it will happen, but I'll try. And he will probably keep offering draws until the end. So yeah, here is a safety net. Okay, queen b1 might be an idea. Again, I'm not sure what to play next. Queen d6. Okay, let's just prepare some moves. Take a queen d6. And then maybe play the endgame a pawn up. Oh. Okay. Not sure what's going on here. Keep centralizing. Okay. I think the previous time he also did something similar, giving some heavy piece for free. Let's have a look at the chat. I didn't do this in a while. Sorry, by the way. Was too caught up with the tournament. I wanted to get the lead back. Oh, yeah, it is a 3.5 hour tournament. Please pause the video and try to find the killer move. I guess you didn't give me a specific advice, just for a position, because this wouldn't be recommended. Let's try to give a check. Don't think it's legal, but in general, there's no point to pause the video. I can just stop talking, which I guess is what you meant, and this is a great advice. Thank you. I should concentrate in the key moments. Let's make a. Let's try something now. Yeah, one sec. I'll do this. A6. Okay, let's play this move. So I'm going to try something. I'll just play and concentrate on the position, and instead of thinking about what I have to say, I'll just say it and not filter it too much. So this way I might be able to produce better moves. Okay, come on. Might be able to produce better moves, and again, what I'm saying isn't that important anyway. It doesn't matter if I'm explaining stuff or if I'm just saying what's on my mind as I'm thinking. So yeah, let's try it for the next game. Okay, if it doesn't work well, you can write in the chat, and I'll go back to talking and playing badly. Okay, so yeah, okay, so King's Indian, again the lag coming to a visit. Okay, we have the main King's Indian. I play the fashionable line h3. Oh, I just forgot my promise. Let's try to keep it. Play fast. Ah, but I can't play fast, losing so many seconds each move. Okay, what's the right way? Okay, let's try. Mm, okay, castle. So, as I was saying, I'll try to put pressure on my opponent, play a bit faster than usual, concentrate on the game, and just spit a few words without thinking. Might even be funny because if I let myself loose completely, I might end up making some imitations of famous chess players. I really enjoy doing it in my free time, but I've been a bit restrained in my streams so far. I'm counting on it to go out naturally as time goes by and I feel more comfortable. Okay, so try to see my regular pace. 95 is annoying. I should be leading by time in any single game. This is what happens when I play alone, but for some reason, not in a single time when I'm broadcasting. Care to guess why? Wow, this is going to be long. We have an hour and a half left. Okay, E4 looks good. Now, okay, I think I'm winning. Concentrate for two moves and then I'm winning suddenly. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys would prefer. Okay, I'll just concentrate again a bit. Hmm. So many tempting ways. Okay. Yeah. So as I was saying, I'm sure most of you would prefer to see me play my best chess and talk, minimize the amount of talking, enjoy it much more. But there's some psychological issue that I feel obligated to speak when knowing that I have a crowd watching me. Yeah, I should have taken an h5 first. Again, not my best demonstration. Oh my god, what did I just do? Oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. Okay, try to save it. He has 30 seconds. Maybe he'll take the draw. Okay, this was crazy from black. But yeah, I'm still deeply ashamed for allowing such things to happen. Okay. When playing Blitz by myself, I allow myself to be a bit loose with my objectivity. So if I sense it will help me win. So maybe I'll do the same. Okay. Yes. Okay, one on time in a lost position. Again, I flagged my opponent, is what they say. I'm not proud of what happened, but I lost so many games in my life this way that I have to accept this as part of the rules. And this adds a little bit of spice to the game. Some people prefer increment. I find it more interesting this way. So, yeah. To the move now. I had a few games like this before. I believe this is a strong move. 95. 95. Maybe it's not here, but okay. What can I do? Play bishop c4. Check. 4. 95 f6. Let's start with this move. Okay. Shouldn't have allowed it, but okay. Yeah, sorry, playing very slowly somehow, even when I'm thinking. Haven't been demonstrating my best chess in this tournament, but the fact that I'm still leading by 10 points is a bit uh, settling. Try to keep winning despite the time situation. Have to concentrate. Okay, so let's try to set myself a goal. Maybe it will help me concentrate better and be a bit less blunderful. I think I invented the word. Um, so let's set myself the goal of within the next hour and 20 minutes to cross the rating of 2450. Sorry. I think I'll use this term. And people will ask me, yeah, Tal, how are you doing? Yeah, blunderful. Thank you very much. Okay, mate is approaching. Okay, still a 10 points lead. I've had this minor setback of 2 losses in the middle of the event. No excuse, just my own fault as usual. And yeah. Oh, what are you doing, sir? Oh, I believe I've seen this before. Some people refer to it as the no, the bisexual or something like this. The transvestite opening, yeah, because you exchange the spot between the king and the queen, and yeah, one of the most one of the leading chess YouTubers. I'm sure some of you haven't even heard of him. Uh, he's actually a gamer, and he has about 1 million subscribers, a bit less. He likes to play chess occasionally, and he's a very big chess fan. His name is Hutch. So he's uploading some chess videos every now and then. And in one of his videos, I've seen someone playing this opening against him. It might be the very same person because I can hardly imagine it being popular. And the title of the video was the transvestite opening or something like this. Okay, let's open up the center. Should be in my favor. Yeah, I can see why people like this opening. Yeah, I think it's for the same reason that many people like to say curse words. It gives them some sort of satisfaction to disrespect or insult other human beings. And I do feel a little bit insulted, but again, I I don't judge anyone because even if I'm a bit offended by this choice of opening or someone's behavior, it's not something unforgivable. And I actually believe that, generally speaking, people really like to be very apologetic about things, and the top priority is not to offend anyone. And the worst thing that can do when someone is a little bit offended is that they're offended. That's about it. So we are all adults, I assume, and there's no need to cry about it. I'm offended. I'll get over it, and life goes on, and I'll be strong. So I think this is somewhat of a lesson for all of you guys who and women out there who might consider being politically correct all the time as opposed to being, let's say, honest is the word I would pick, for lack of a better word. So, yeah, being honest and direct is very important. Morning coffee. I'm assuming you drank your coffee in the morning since you're playing very fast and going berserk on your opponent. And again, no offense to me. I think now the theory is a3, but I'm not sure. The idea is to reply to both these knight moves with this b4. Now you cannot take twice because of the pin on the a file. And here I'm always confusing. I think rook b1. It's possible to maintain it, but the pressure. But I'm always afraid I might forget about it later. Let's have a look. h4, knight f6, f5. Okay, so I'm curious how this will turn out. Bishop h3, I assume, is a move. Okay, seems like white is a pawn up and can't complain at the moment. My king is less safe, but since I didn't talk as much as I did before, I got to play the opening less slow than I would normally in this stream. And of course, he went berserk, so it creates the illusion that I'm playing even faster than him, which is, of course, impossible. So I would say that I see a small but stable trend of myself playing less badly from the clock point of view. D takes isn't the positional move here, but I wanted to prepare this knight d5 idea. I was thinking it should be strong to have this tempo, and I hope I'm right. We'll see. Makes sense so far. Still a pawn up. I'm gonna seize my pressure on the king side. So far, out of about 10 guys who went berserk against me, only one managed to beat me. And I would give most of the credit to my internet, because it was 30 seconds for the entire game and I lagged even worse than I normally did in that tournament. Let's take this guy. Don't know why I did it, but it feels cool. f6. Okay, let's give another check. Go rook b3. How can I mate him quick? Okay, now let's give the check again. And f6. Okay, now I wanted to go e7, blocking the rook from the defense, and he resigned. Cool. Okay, good result. I'm running away with the tournament slowly. I have 92 points. I've won all of my games so far in this 3.5-hour tournament, which I'm somehow playing till the end. I hope you guys appreciate it. My spontaneity. I don't know how to pronounce it. Spontaneity. Whatever. You know what I mean. Spontaneous? Spontaneous. Okay. I'll check on Google Translate later. Feel free to recommend a dictionary for my bad English in the chat. I'll have a look between the games and maybe search how to pronounce stuff so that I can avoid completely embarrassing myself in this regard. So let's see. I love pushing e4 in such positions. It's a pleasure. Seems like I'm taking control of the game. Rook f2 is logical. Queen d7, I assume, is going to be played. Excuse me. So, yeah, why not? Let's have fun. Okay, so c5 is a decent move. I guess I should take, but I really would like to play e5 and somehow try to exploit this situation. Followed by ef and fg. Let's try. Come on. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, I'll take the pawn back. Knight takes d5, queen d3 is not a threat. The bishop is hanging there. Okay, I can take and take here. Somehow I don't see a way to win more than a pawn, and I'm a bit disappointed. No tactics. I see a nice idea though. I'll do it. Play knight to e4. Not sure if it's good, but it's definitely something I would like from positional point of view to take away this bishop and get this knight to e4. And now, if I get queen g4, knight f6, I can maybe claim some attack. Also d5. Yeah, I'm hopeful. That's the bottom line. I do have to be precise though. Knight d6 looks good. Attacking this f7 pawn. 55 seconds on the clock. I keep forgetting my own recommendation for myself. I could have just taken on c5 with the rook. What did I just do? Okay. I keep forgetting my own recommendation. I'll mention it in a moment. Rook d2 looks logical. Which much less. Oh my god, this lag. I'm sure you probably my stream is stuck as well as I have a lag, but I'm making a move. I have 35 or 34 seconds, and by the time it's my opponent's turn, I have 24 seconds. You see, it's like magic. So it's such a pity because I have the flame, I'm leading the tournament, and I'm a piece up. There is no reason on earth I shouldn't win this game except for this lag or the mate. I don't want to offer a draw as well because I'll lose the flame. Come on, I'll just pre-move like crazy. Apologies to everyone who expected me to play well or have good internet or not get mated in the last rank. Come on. Oh, I'm very scared. Let's play fast. Can go a3. I have to make some pre-moves here. Does he want to draw? Okay. I lost the flame, I made a draw. Sorry guys, but 15 seconds with my lag was not enough to win this endgame after queen f1. It might have been, but yeah, I should have taken the risk just for fun, but yeah, I don't know. Such a pity. I won all my games except for these 2 losses and now a draw. Okay, but an hour left and 14 points lead, I should be able to win the tournament. Despite my bad internet and tendency to speak instead of think. This is theory, a main theory in the opening called the Vienna. D takes c4 and move 4. And before I forget, can I make arrows like this? I've seen, oh exactly, finally. Okay, so now I'm gonna have some fun and explain even more. Okay, so it's important in this position to get the bishop to c6 and then to be able to put the knight on d5. And I would call it equal. I think computer gives equality in this type of position. And when I analyzed it from practical point of view, I recall considering it better for black because it's much easier to play with all these juicy squares. So now that I discovered that I can press shift, I can just mark moves like this and that and squares. You see, I can have a lot of fun. This is my plan. So if I go back, do you see the same stuff? No, okay. It deletes itself. What can I do now? Position is not as promising as I thought. E5 is a threat. Okay, so discovering shift. I knew about it and suddenly I remembered it exists again. So instead of saying verbally for all the players who don't follow my mental suggestion of moves, I'm sure you'll appreciate having such arrows. The A file, the C7 square, and will be easier for you to follow. And for those of you who are finding it easy to follow, excuse me for and be patient with these explanations. Okay, so there is a pin on the A file. It's actually disturbing me to think. So he's attacking my bishop. I'd like to somehow protect it, but it's not easy. Bishop d8, rook c5. Okay, so let's see. Wish I had some cool idea here. Just protect it this way, maybe? Okay, I'm a pawn. Took a pawn, he took a pawn. The material is equal. A4 is under attack. I still have a bit more juicy squares, so practically again I feel like it's easier to play with black, especially if he finds good moves like he did. What can I play now? Knight takes a4. I have to do something. What can I do? Queen d8 followed by something. It's really not easy. Okay. Don't want to allow the rook to enter this b7 square. Let's take this way. Maybe I can give a check. Took me a long time to come up with this simple move. Okay, so let's see what we have to handle. Am I losing a piece? I sure hope not. I can take on e7, but then rook e7. 95 is coming. Okay, a pawn down, but nothing unmanageable. Yeah, I have to apologize for the way I'm handling this, but I'll try to be mean as usual and win on time, because the position isn't in my favor. So not sure I'll succeed, but I have to try. Oh my goodness. Had he played king f1, I would have lost a piece. And go here. I don't have much time, I keep forgetting it. Look here. Let's give a check. And rook c1. Not so bad. Again, sorry for playing on time, but this is part of the game. 3 plus O, no increment. And I really want my flame back. After winning 2 games in a row, you get the flame, and then every every point you get is doubled. Berserk, morning coffee. So I'm assuming there is a reason he's going berserk on every single game, because in the long run it's not very productive against every player to go like this. At least this is my impression. So why would you go berserk every game? I've seen some prizes for this topic, but yeah, I have no idea. I'm not sure if I played it well. Go here. Feels like I misplayed it a bit and allowed the position to be open. I should have played c4 at some point, or at least to get some development going. Yeah. So my position seems a bit worse, and not only this, it will be a touch more humiliating, I would say, if I lose against a guy who went berserk. So this is my ego on the line. I lost once under these circumstances, but I had the nerve to refer to it as a fluke. Not sure if I can keep doing it if I will lose farther. So let's go here. Have to be very solid and play on the clock because he's really outplaying me here. Bishop b2. I kind of wish it was king of the hill like yesterday and I could bring my king to the center and win. Yeah, this is annoying. Please stop harassing me. Come on. That's very unthoughtful. Okay, what can I do? Knight f6 is a move. Takes. Win somewhere. Oh, bishop g5. Come on. You can't miss such things. This is terrible. Let's go here. I'm so afraid of my situation right now. Okay. Again, sorry, I have to play on the clock. With my terrible skills. Okay, at least I found this move. So uneasy. Oh my god! I'm losing more material? No, okay. Not yet. Let's go here. Oh my goodness. This is so bad. So bad. Oh my goodness. I don't mean to disappoint the audience with these terrible skills, but again, please understand, I don't really have a choice. I'm not trying to play so badly. Okay. Let's go here. Oh! Oh my god! No. Not good at all. Okay, that's terrible. Sorry. I'm really sorry for what's going on here. But at least I'm not losing the flame. Yeah. At least I think for the first time in my stream, in my very long stream, you got to see me showing some emotional response. I usually manage to maintain my nerves, but this was okay. This was so much to handle. Going berserk, outplaying me completely, and then when I have a chance to be nasty and win in such a dirty way, I still humiliate myself and make a draw. Okay, and just blunder my entire rook, which I would assume I would be able to keep playing for the win on time and get my flame back. This guy Tushka is gonna come close to me if I don't get my flame back very soon. So yeah, well done, morning coffee. Now I see why you go berserk every game. You're very impressive in the bullet section. So I will not take it personally from now on. I'll just try to play better, not play bad. Okay, so let's see. I keep feeling so nervous that I forget to check the chat every now and then. I'm so inexperienced in this streaming thing. Okay, seems like white has some compensation on the dark squares. Sorry, and yeah, but I would think it's not enough for the material deficit. So yeah, let's go here, trying to exchange some pieces. I'm curious how many viewers we have. Around the same amount. That must mean one of two things, by the way. Either no new players have joined, at least not a significant amount, or I'm that boring that I keep getting new players, and the ones that have been watching for more than 5 minutes have left us. Feel free to take your guess. I don't care either way, but I'll try to improve my skills as it goes by. G4 would have won a piece probably. Yeah. But I'm already accustomed to my bad skills now. I can't really keep complaining for so long. It would be a bit childish by now. Okay, so let's take the f6 guy. No, let's go queen c4. So trying to exchange farther. And now pawn up. And in knight endgames, as Botvinnik, I believe, once said, it's very much like pawn endgames, in the sense that if you're a pawn up, it's going to be quite a big factor compared to rook endgames, for example. And the king's activity is the main thing. The king's activity and passed pawns and pawns on the different sides and so on. So on the opposite wing, if it's far away from the king. So all the basic principles are equally relevant in knight endgames, king and knight endgames. So let's go b5 just to secure this guy, so he doesn't go b5 himself. Now, after capturing this other f6 guy, I'm going to be 2 pawns up. Should I check? Never mind. Let's just go here, a4, a6, and then try to convert. King takes f6, and well, I try to. I'll promise to myself that in the next game I will really try to concentrate and talk less. Otherwise, I'm just wasting my time promising it every game. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Dude, it's a blast. Have fun. Thanks. And okay, yeah, I see people complimenting Morning Coffee, and rightly so. I wish I'd known his identity so I can compliment him and do justice with his rapid, very fast and impressive play. And yeah, so far he's been the only one who managed to impress me by means of chess skills in this tournament. And yeah, he seems to like coffee also, or at least fast related things. So I can't wait to beat you, Mr. Morning Coffee, with without your famous. One sec. What can I do here? Let's go bishop c4. So what I was saying, without your famous berserk skills. And I just remembered I set myself a goal, so I'm going to chase it now. 2450 rating in Blitz on lichess. Okay, so developing is important, and unlike the main line of this opening, we do have the bishops, the dark squares bishops on the board. Normally after bishop b4 check and bishop d2 in the opening, we get to exchange them, and it's in black's favor since he has less space. So the one with more space wants to maintain as many pieces as possible, and now that with this sneaky move rook b1, this cunning move in the opening, I try to prevent it, and he could play principally and try to exchange it nevertheless, but he chose not to. And then now that we have the bishops on the board, I have more attacking prospects, and I can exploit further my advantage in the center. So let's see how it will all play out. Rook c1 might not be the best strategy because exchanging the rooks, again, as mentioned, could be in black's favor. Not sure what he wants. It would be easier for me to make moves had I realized. Probably queen a8. Okay, let's go h4. So it's usually useful in this type of opening and structure to go h4, h5, and it's always awkward for black to... h6 is a bit weakening, and if he allows me to get h6, it might be a bit awkward as well. Okay. Now if he goes rook c8, I would like to avoid the exchange of the second rook, I believe. Yeah, made up my mind. Keep more pieces on the board, more dynamic possibilities. h5 coming, queen e3 maybe is an idea. I would like queen f4 if I were black in this position. Yes, good choice. Let's go. I go queen e1 maybe. Not sure why. Want to go bishop c1, but it's a bit passive. I have to admit I don't really like the way I played. So I'll go with g3. Try to be active. But now after queen g4, black is under less pressure than he was earlier. Maybe this is a good move. Preparing some knight e5. But the rook is hanging. So never mind. Oh my goodness. So now I'm in a decent amount of trouble. e4 is hanging, and he's in a decent amount of time pressure. So I should aim to exploit it. Let's go here. Oh, 95, come on. Oh, I had it in my pocket already. Okay, to be careful now. So he doesn't have much time. My position is worse, so excuse me for being dirty. I'll try to win this because of the clock. Normally speaking, I haven't made up my mind if I prefer to flag people or to take the draw when I'm the one who tries to win. Haven't made up my mind about it, but in tournaments I definitely prefer to win because it's more important than in other cases. So forgive me, but beating morning coffee on the clock is something I have to add to my bucket list. I had to add, and now it's in my checklist. I have finally marked a check to this beautiful goal. So morning coffee, great player, keeps tricking me every single time, making some blunders as well. So we're all human, but still, I would be more impressed if other players could play as well as he does. Let's see, c5 or e6, what was the main line? I think e6 is logical. And now we get a well-known main line with the additional move queen d3, which is normally not the most popular choice. Is this a pawn sack? I don't think so. Okay. So, as far as the opening goes, I think I'm able to equalize against Bugaevsky Sergei. We'll see where it lands us. Castle. Every day I'm castling. Which is a great video, by the way. Let's go here. I'm a big fan of development, if you haven't noticed by now. I'll try to have a quick look at the chat between games, between every game, I mean, and also combine it with, let's call it, a quick play on the board, especially in the opening. So let's see if I can do it from now on. Forgot it again. Well, I assume my promises are worthless by now. Keep doing it every single game and keep thinking and talking instead of performing, I would say. Okay, a5 is an idea. The fact that I'm able to lead the tournament despite all these setbacks is at least something I would take, something positive I would take back with me from the tournament. Trying to sacrifice a piece. I'd like to be objective, so let's call on his bluff, but GF. Okay. You know what? You got me. I'm afraid to call your bluff. This is a smart decision, generally speaking, in the Blitz, when you are forcing your opponent to decide between two important things, and he has to waste time on the clock. Okay, this is good. A3, trying to induce some weakness, and if b3, I might have some nice tactics, such as bishop takes g2, for example. Not sure it's very good, but it looks interesting at least. Bishop f3 allows knight f3 followed by king c1, so I would prefer this one. Queen c3 threatens mate, which probably can't be avoided. So I think I'm winning an exchange and a pawn. And also I assume that that afterwards I won't be in danger, because with this bishop on f6 or g7 there are no mates when I have this f8 square on the h5. Queen h7, I have king f8, and usually there is no follow-up without a third piece. So okay, now let's see. Queen c3, bishop f7, king f8 looks like mate to me. Let's hope I'm right. I don't see any reason why not. So let's be funny. I want to mate, and now if bishop f7, I have king f8, as you can see. Only check is rook h8, which I take, and I don't see any further checks. And the only move to prevent the mate on b2 was knight c4. Offers a draw, nice. Only move to prevent the mate was knight c4 here, and then I had queen a1 mate. So for those of you who are a bit confused by the tremendous level of play, you might have learned something here. And for those who think it's too easy, then you guys are the reason I've created this channel. I'm aiming for the best players who would like to learn something from my terrible experience. Okay, so let's have a look. I can develop. I don't remember what's the move here, but I think there is a move before. I really am not sure now, but I think there is. Okay, it makes some sense. As you can see, after knight b5, and now queen a4 followed by queen takes b4, I'm not sure if it's theoretical, but it makes sense to me. Now I can take here. I really hope it's not some well-known trap that I'm falling for. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so far a pawn up. So far so good. Yeah. Knight f5, king f6 seems like the only move. Queen d6. Oh, the kind draw offer. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Look, Mr. God. I appreciate the kindness and the respect you show for me with all these draw offers. But you're gonna have to find a better way to prove yourself worthy. So far you've lost thrice, I would say. So please. Okay, let's have a look at the chat like I promised. Oh, finally. Sharp stuff. Thank you, Michael. A few more minutes and you have like 100. Thank you. I have 109 by now. So, Arno, you are a prophet. If it's the right word. Yeah. So, 75, 73 views. I had 75. That's amazing. Thank you for the advice. Who was it? Chess 960. So let's put it on a vote for you guys. Whoever feels like mentioning this background. I find it far prettier than the normal dark background that they have in the other YouTubers' lichess streams. So please tell me what you think. I don't promise to change it just for you, but so far I really like this one. I find it very aesthetic and it doesn't disturb me. It's not moving, so I can concentrate on the board. I hope you guys can concentrate as well, and if not, I really hope you guys will get used to it because it's worth it. So feel free to. Did I just have queen e3 and winning? Oh my goodness! Come on. I promised I would talk less. Why do I keep doing it to myself? Okay, so let's see. I can give a check now, which is far less impressive. Maybe take here. Okay, the position is still completely winning, I assume. But yeah, I'm disappointed. Now, some knight g5 business. Queen e7. Aha, this is nice. Bishop b4 or rook c1. Okay, let's go rook c1 first. Samir Laurent, you allowed me to win in the opening despite your high rating and I trusted you. So, guys, please mention what you think about the background, and I would love for you to allow me to keep it. And is it distracting or not? And also any other complaint you might have. You know I love them. e4. A bit greedy, I would say, taking control of the center in this situation. Let's go here. Trying to mate. Queen c5. Oh, come on, what am I doing? The bishop will fall. Oh my goodness. I'm a queen up and I keep doing all this nonsense. Okay, let's go here anyway. And then go back and exploit the queen up with dignity. It's important to admit when I make a mistake and not to blame. I'll have a look at the chat. Then, after responding to the chat, I will play faster and talk less. This is done. Only 30 minutes left to the tournament. I can't afford to keep breaking this promise. Okay, looking at the chat. So the stream is very good. Nice to see young GM streaming. Thank you. Anybody, the background doesn't bother me. Stream looks good. Thanks. So for now, I'm keeping it. So I'm keeping it for now, as mentioned. If anybody's unhappy, feel free to say it in the comments afterwards. What's the move here? C5. It's not king of the hill, by the way, for whoever was asking. C5 is logical, I think. But it has the potential to be very bad also. Okay. E6, I would assume. Okay, let's take it. Knight C6. Tempo. Aggressive. Aggressive stuff going on. E4. Let's give me all you got. What happened? Did he offer a draw as usual? Okay, I feel like he's having some chances. If you take... Stop offering draws, my friend. Castles make sense still. Bishop d3 is the logical continuation. This allows me to take back with the knight, perhaps. I hope. It's a pawn sack. I have no idea. Okay, we'll see. Oh, knight takes d5. For some reason I forgot about this. Something's wrong with me. Okay, so if I take on g5 and go h6, is it that bad? I don't see a refutation. Knight back to f3 is probably a good move, but it's far from refuting my line. I have to try. Can take with the queen also, but I can risk it. Okay, if it's losing, then we'll see. Again, I don't let my fear take control of my curiosity. So I mentioned it earlier in the stream. Might be a very powerful move, so it would be a pity to let it slip. And I want to maintain my score against this dear opponent of mine, despite standing a bit worse. Okay, I'll do my best. Oh, I didn't keep my promise. I did not focus on the game. So you'll be the judge. But anyway, next game is a charm. Yeah, my position doesn't look that good. Bishop g4 maybe? Try to harass my dear opponent. Do this. Pretending to be active. What can I do? What can I do? I want to bring the king to the hill and win. Let's put it here. Maybe g5 is a good idea to prevent rook f4. That's nice. Okay, this is nice from you, dear opponent. Go here. Rook f4, I assume. I'll go e6 probably. Bishop e2. Okay, not so easy. I'm far ahead in the lead. I'm assuming I'm gonna win the tournament, but I enjoy keeping the flame. So all of you guys who are aware of the flame emoticon on the leftmost part of the screen in the chat, feel free every time I win to put all these flames in the background. Let's go here. think it's forced. You can put many flames or other creative lightnings or whatever to show how much you enjoy maintaining the flame. Let's see, 25 seconds, bad position, somewhat bad I would say. Oh my god, what a decision did I just make. Okay, at least he's not punishing me. Oh, what am I doing? My concentration isn't at its peak today. Okay, let's go here and here, just to be safe. Very sorry for what you are witnessing. I have nothing good to say about it. Okay, but at least it's not completely lost yet. I think. I hope. Come on. Blunder. I have only 1 second. You have to blunder, guy. My dear opponent, if you don't blunder, who will? Okay, lost. Morning coffee? No, it was sex god. Okay, the guy who offered the draws all the time. So, you finally got me. So, I really hope you've learned your lesson that you do have a chance to win sometimes. So, please stop offering draws. And now, look at the chat quickly. Nothing special. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Okay, back to the game. Playing fast, not talking much in the opening. Keeping my promise. For the first time in my life. Okay, so now I can finally start talking. I managed to put some pressure on my lovely opponent. At least I hope. So, he is trying to put some pressure on me as well. Sacrificing material. Knight c4 looks good. Queen b4 a3. Trapping the queen. Queen goes back. Now he doesn't have a threat. I can just go on with my plan of doing h5. And if he takes knight b5 should be in my favor. Although it might not. We'll see. But I'm still behind on the clock. But somewhat less... oh my goodness, again? Behind in the clock, but somewhat less humiliating, I would say. Is the word I would use. You have to take it. This guy will take this. I can take with the E knight or with the C knight. I think this one is better. Why is he thinking? I'm still a pawn up. I might add this throw-in of h6 at some point, but I don't know when. Before maybe castling kingside, which is scary, but I have to do something. Yeah. The position is very complicated. We're 3 hours and 7 minutes into the tournament. Did any of you actually make it from the start with me here? If so, I'm very curious, yeah? Okay, so let's have a look. This take. Let's put my queen somewhere. I'll have a look. If anyone mentions to have been here from the start, I won't check. I don't have any way to check, so you can feel free to lie if you want, but I will believe you. So, and it will be a great compliment to know that I'm at least not completely, um, mm, let's say, boring in my commentary. Tushka is coming for me, 102 points. It's only 3 games away. I have to get my flame back. I keep saying this sentence. I hope it will come true. Now it seems much more likely because hg followed by queen h6 is very powerful. Queen h6 immediately allows queen to b2. So let's go here. I don't see any way for him to punish me for doing it, and I'm not so much behind on the clock. But then he can go bishop g7, and if I take, he has king f7, and it's suddenly very complicated again. So thank you for not forcing me to prove myself there. And here I can try this nasty tactic. Queen takes d4 with mate to follow. Nice. Finally, something a bit remindful of the great Tal. I wouldn't go as far as saying that the game reminds of him, but only this particular move, at least for me. Okay, so I do have the flame, right? I think I have it back. No, only after this game. Okay. I've been playing the French defense for this entire tournament for some reason. I do have 2 other openings, but I didn't feel like playing them. Okay. One of the main lines. Let's go here. Queen d7. Not sure what's the theory afterwards. Let's try bishop f5. I assume it shouldn't be that bad. But you can also castle somewhere. What is the way? Castle kingside is a solid way to play. So knight f4 with bishop f5, knight takes d5. Is an idea for him. So maybe I should protect. Does he want to take here? I'm not sure. Let's do this. Bishop g4 and now bishop f5. Feels a bit suspicious, but now at least I don't lose a pawn immediately. Okay. A nice idea would be knight g6, I believe. And I still don't keep my promise. I think he could have won a pawn after bishop f5 and knight g6. So I have to do better to keep my promise of not talking as much and focusing on the game. Bishop h6, very nice. I'm impressed. I think I'm lost. Such a pity. I don't see a defense here. Let's try this blunt move. Is queen f5 a possibility? Just to be... No, not really. Queen f5 on the next move maybe. But then he has queen g4 possibly. f5, f4. Oh, this is too bad. Keep messing everything up. Okay. What to do? As one famous commentator said once. What to do? Completely lost that. And I used up all my clock. Yeah, it's gonna be a close run if Tushka keeps winning. I didn't expect so much challenge after the first few rounds. Okay, let's see. If I go here, it can try to mate me. It might work, it might not. I have to try. I have to at least try. Otherwise, what's the point? Taking g4 seems just lost. But maybe it isn't. Taking a knight f4. Okay. Too late to apologize. Rook e4. We have to go here. Okay. Back to business. Knight f6 is an idea for him. Oh, knight f6. I'm lost. Okay. Nicely done. He didn't do it. Played an interesting move. Knight f6 coming next. I have to take, unfortunately. And then go here maybe. This is too bad. 8 seconds. Come on, why am I even playing now? Should try to maintain my lead. Don't know why I continue to play. What am I hoping for? What am I even hoping for in this crazy situation? Oh, knight h4. Okay, nice. Okay. At least Tushka lost the flame, so I still have 11 points ahead. He or she made a draw. Now I understand why John Bartholomew uses the word they. He doesn't know if it's a male or female sometimes. So we can say they made a draw. Finally, after so long. Let's change stuff. I don't know why. This is my main move as far as my analysis goes. Doesn't mean I remember them well, but this is supposed to be the move I know best, and I just stick to the French, which is a relatively new opening for me. Okay, now knight g4 I think is the main move. And if bishop f4, then something like g5. And this is again a move. I think queen h4 makes sense. I would assume. Threatening mate in 1 can't be a bad idea. And don't. This is not something I would say if I thought my viewers are low rated. So take it as a compliment that I allow myself to say such things. Okay, let's go here to play well. Nobody has the flame anymore. I like this. It's fun. It means that players are capable of playing chess in this tournament, or at least lose. Everyone are capable of losing. So, but this guy is capable of. Yeah, now I see why he has this name. You know, if he has the flame after everyone else don't, yeah, everyone else has lost their hope for the flame. He still got it. So, well picked name, Mr. God. G6. Okay, the time to finish the tournament is slowly decreasing, and my advantage remains. 11 points. So it seems less and less likely that I will lose the lead. I will play until the end now that I'm here, but I won't dare. One sec. What am I doing here? Sorry. Yeah. What can I do? 94 is a threat. Maybe I can play this creative move. Looks like a bad positional choice, but I don't want to allow 94. Now I can go here and try to just annoy my opponent for no reason at all. Yeah, knight a4 is what I anticipated, and this was my plan. To at least exchange it before it gets to this juicy square. And I can say that my position shouldn't be worse, might even be better. Let's go rook e6, d5. Okay, no rook e6 for me. Let's go here, and maybe there. Defend this guy. I would love to defend it from e6. I don't know why. Blunder the pawn again. Cool. Okay. Should avoid blunders in the future. Note to self. Okay, he's playing passively. This is good. This is good for us. Let's defend. And now we should have some chances. Okay. This is a nice move, I admit. What can I do? Can I play something sneaky? Let's go. I don't have anything sneaky going on. Okay, I'll just go here for no reason and try to hold on. Just in case Tuchka starts winning all the games, I have to try to save every position, and also for sportive considerations. Would like to. Oh, what's going on? Did I just give away stuff? Guess I can play rook c7 and go to the center. It's not what I originally intended. Okay. Thank you very much for the choice, weird choice of moves. Okay, c4 mate. I managed to win this game. God knows, sex God knows why. And now I'm one of the guys. No, I'm not. I keep losing between every win, so why should I get the flame? I thought I would win the entire games from beginning to end with the small blunders which I'll compensate by flagging people, but yeah, this didn't happen. Oh, judging by the draw offer, without looking I can tell who I'm playing with. Actually, it will make sense to make quick draws and get rid of his flame. You know what? But it's a bit nasty, you know, just exploiting his ridiculous style. And the position is so beautiful. Look at it, this sharp position. One of my favorite variations. I'm not saying that I'm that good at playing it, but I'm definitely up for the challenge. Yeah, now knight g3 is one of the sidelines, and I discovered it when it wasn't played by anyone almost, and I think I was told that it was played by Mikhail Tal himself, knight g3, so I tried to analyze it with Houdini back at the time, a few years ago, when Houdini was the strongest engine, and or was it even Ribka? I just can't even tell. Yeah, and I analyzed this line. I don't remember the following move, but yeah, white was better according to this old engine. I think it was king f2. I'm not sure if it's great move, but yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But blundering my queen completely doesn't. So queen c5, I should have gone to d3. Fortunately, I can go back and only lose one pawn and cry only a little bit. So I can take the draw for now that I blundered, but again, he's getting under my skin. Such a smart person. Excuse me about the connection, it keeps breaking off. I hope, except for these minor setbacks, you can watch the stream generally speaking. And I remember to have a look at the chat after the game and then, once again, quickly mentioning, quickly playing the opening. So, where am I? Do I want to grab something? Let's put it here. Oh, but after bishop c4, bishop f1, I might be in trouble. I have bishop a5, okay. So, I'll make an experiment. In a normal game, I would think I'm worse here. So, please excuse me. When you're in a worse position and you're playing against someone called the sex god, you should be allowed to offer a draw once in 5 games. So, remember this. Otherwise, it's a bad idea probably to take a draw. So I'll offer and I'll let him refuse. This is how I will use his strategy against him. Oh, it didn't work. Too bad. But I have time for the chat. Okay. So I hope you're not too disappointed with me for taking the draw and getting rid of his flame. I'm sure you loved the fact that he had the flame going. Yeah, thanks for the compliments, Warrior. I'm sure you can see that I scroll up and check the previous messages. And now I'll keep my promise and play fast in the opening. Okay. So, let's go with the symmetrical English. See where it will land us. Okay. This guy doesn't... Oh, I forgot about my goal. Oh my goodness, it's too late. What did I do? I took the draw instead of trying to win against Mr. God. And now it's a bit too late to get to my rating. Yeah, I wanted to achieve a high rating, and it becomes very unlikely with 4 minutes left. I'll try to win this game, to at least compromise for something. And I hope you'll forgive me for not achieving my goals and not keeping my promises, and in general being a very bad player who enjoys talking for a long time. I hope some of you at least, know that I'm capable of playing very powerful chess sometimes, as well as very humiliating and terrible moves, and find the asymmetry of my play somewhat entertaining, or at least thrilling, since you don't really know what's going to happen. Should I go b6 at some point? I guess b6 is a good move. a2 is hanging now. Let's grab it. If I win, I'll be close enough to 2450. Does he threat anything? No. Bishop 95 is an idea, but it's not terribly threatening to my eyes. Bishop f8 is a bigger threat, which he might miss. Yeah. So far I'm quite happy with the position. Let's have a quick look at the number of viewers. 75. Yeah, this is my all-time record, and I'm very proud of you guys for joining me. I really didn't expect so many players so quickly would be happy to watch me do what I love to do most. What I might do best, but it's definitely what I enjoy doing more than anything else. So the fact that so many people want to watch me, let's go berserk in the last one. I'm so far away from 2450. The fact that so many of you enjoy to watch me doing what I do, what I love to do most, is yeah, quite exciting. Every it's far from obvious. I mean, every single time. I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record by my fifth stream on lichess or on other sites. I'll just keep saying it, but I don't care because this is the case. It helps me remember how amazing it is to have people all around the world happy to watch me just playing chess. It's really beyond my grasp. It's insane. I've heard a few people quote. I don't remember who said this, but that a genius is a mentally ill person with a crowd, and well, we all know a crowd is more difficult to achieve. So yeah, I'm a touch closer for this title. Hmm. What can I do? Does he want to take here? Yeah, probably it does. If I go G1, I don't see any other threat by my opponent so far. Oh, and the tournament is about to finish in 16 seconds, so I'll offer the draw just for fun, so I have more time to be with you guys. He'll take the draw. I don't have a chance to get my what do I call it? To get my 2450 goal, let's say. But I think it's a smart idea in general, just in case this Tushka guy would have won in the last second and got an extra 4 points. When you have 10 seconds left for the event, you don't want to keep playing and avoid getting a result, as far as I could tell from this tournament. Maybe they're waiting until the final game ends, but I didn't experience it. So, do they have return to tournament? Yeah, baby. We have the first spot in the monthly Blitz tournament, and I believe now my name will be not my name, but this username I picked to let people know I have a YouTube channel will be mentioned for a week or two in the homepage of lichess. What's the time by now? I'm not even sure anymore. Wow, it's really really late. I have lots of messages and disappointed people over here, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Let's have a quick look at the chat um, and see where we are. 79. It keeps climbing. I can't believe it. Yeah. Before I know it, we will get to hundreds and thousands and millions of people watching us playing chess, and then I have no choice but to improve my chess. So this is a good thing. So because until now I've been a grandmaster for 5 years, around the same rating more or less. If I'll have so many people expecting me to do something well, I might finally get the results I want. Yes. So I've seen many people asking questions, but the stream has been so much longer than I wanted it to be. So I'll just make a new stream at some point later on this week when I find something challenging and interesting to do. Maybe I'll continue my show on chess.com. So we'll see. I enjoy Blitz more than other things, and I find it more helpful for my chess. So excuse me for not answering any of your questions in this chat. I will look at the window after the stream is finished and read all your comments and mark the points that I find that I'd like to mention later on, and feel free to write it in the comments, and I'll try to respond if I have the time. So I'm very grateful, as mentioned so many times, and yeah, I had a lot of fun in this tournament. Terrible play or not, I managed to win. So previously I expected winning the tournaments here, and by the end I was proud getting to the top 10. So I can't really complain. I'll analyze the games here and see how I could have improved them, and I hope I'll come out stronger next time. And yeah, that's it for now. If you have complaints about the stream setup or whatever, or suggestion for improvements, write in the comments here or in my regular Blitz videos and other videos I'll post soon enough. And I'm really loving this experience. So you guys are making it possible, because without your curiosity and interest, I would just keep doing what I did in the past 10 years and play on myself, like on these websites, ICC, Playchess, and so on. Just play some random Blitz everywhere, and nobody will hear about it and enjoy it or watch it. And I'll be happy with it. I'll probably keep doing it for the rest of my life, at least 2 hours a day, but it's just so amazing that there is some additional value for people out there. I mean, I've been wanting to volunteer for something since I was very young, but didn't find the mental strength to do it, to distract myself from chess, and I found a way to do it while playing chess. So thank you very much, and if you want to learn some more, keep watching the next videos I'm making, and be sure to subscribe, because it sure helps to motivate me to give you better content and do it more often. Thank you very much, and have a great week or a weekend wherever you are.